Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Jimin and Jin are once again becoming the center of attention after they were seen leaving their hotel in Paris. As soon as they stepped outside, they were greeted by fans and media crews who had been waiting around the area. Although they appeared in casual outfits, both of them still radiated their own unique charms that always managed to capture ARMY's attention. Jimin showed off his stunning visuals and warm aura, while Jin once again displayed his elegant charisma. Their appearance in front of the hotel once again proved that every BTS member's appearance is always highly anticipated, especially while they are in Paris for their concert schedule. Meanwhile, Jungkook was also seen returning to the hotel after completing a workout session at the gym. He looked fresh and relaxed, showing that he continues to maintain his fitness despite having such a busy concert schedule. Before entering the hotel, Jungkook took a moment to wave at the reporters and fans who were waiting outside. This simple gesture immediately received lots of praise from ARMY. His warm smile and wave once again showed Jungkook's well-known personality, friendly, humble, and always appreciative of his fans. Although the interaction only lasted a few seconds, it was enough to make many fans adore the sweet attitude of the Golden Magne once again. Amid his busy schedule, Jungkook also surprised fans by uploading an Instagram reel from Paris. Besides the beautiful video itself, ARMY's attention was also drawn to the song he chose as the background music, The Dream of Becoming a Tree, by Park Ji-yoon. The song choice immediately sparked many discussions among fans. The reason is that Park Ji-yoon is also the singer behind the legendary song Coming of Age Ceremony, the same song that Jimin and Jungkook performed together back in 2016 in a performance that is still considered iconic by ARMY today. That stage has become one of the most memorable moments and continues to be talked about even years later. Meanwhile, Taehyung also shared several posts from Paris. One of the posts that attracted the most attention was a photo of himself with the Eiffel Tower in the background, along with several other photos and videos showing his activities while in the city. Not long after the posts appeared, some Taekookers began creating various theories about the photos. Basically, everyone has the right to have their own interpretation or perspective regarding the content shared by BTS members. As long as it does not harm others, every fan is free to enjoy these moments in their own way. However, the problem begins when a theory no longer remains as simple speculation but is used to drag Jimin and Jikook into unnecessary debates. Some comments have attempted to dismiss Jimin and Jungkook's interactions or reduce the meaning of their moments simply to strengthen a certain narrative. Looking at the available posts objectively, Jungkook only shared a view of the Eiffel Tower without showing himself with anyone else. There was no photo or video indicating that he was accompanied by someone while recording that scenery. On the other hand, Taehyung's posts clearly showed that he spent time with J-Hope. In several photos and videos he shared, J-Hope was visibly present, meaning his presence was not something that needed to be guessed or assumed. Therefore, based on what can actually be seen from the available content, the only person who is clearly shown with Taehyung is J-Hope. If someone wants to speculate about who was with Taehyung, the idea that he was spending time with J-Hope actually has stronger evidence because that is what is clearly visible in the posts. However, some Taekookers chose to ignore this fact and instead created a narrative that Jungkook was the person who took Taehyung's photos. Another theory even claimed that J-Hope's presence was intentionally included by the company to hide an alleged romantic relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook. The issue with theories like this is that they always require additional assumptions to keep them alive. When another member appears, they are considered a distraction. When there is no supporting evidence, people assume everything was intentionally hidden. In other words, new explanations are continuously created to make the narrative appear believable. So, is it possible that Jungkook, Taehyung, and J-Hope spent time together while they were in Paris? Of course, it is possible. All 7 BTS members are in the same city for their concert schedule. It is completely normal if they meet, eat together, walk together, or even take photos of each other during their free time. This is not unusual considering they are group members who have been together for many years. However, that possibility still cannot be used as proof that they were together at the exact moment those photos were taken. If we look more carefully, the Eiffel Tower photos uploaded by Jungkook and Taehyung also appear to have different angles. The composition, camera perspective, and framing are not exactly the same. These differences cannot prove that they were in different places, but they also cannot prove that they were at the same location and time. The most objective conclusion is to acknowledge that, until now, there is no evidence confirming or denying whether they were actually together during that moment. Therefore, turning a possibility into a certainty is not the right approach. What feels less reasonable is when some people ignore J-Hope's clearly visible presence in Taehyung's posts just to maintain a narrative that Taehyung and Jungkook were on a date. In reality, BTS is in Paris not for a private trip between two people, but to continue their world tour as one group. It is completely normal for the members to spend time with different combinations of members while being in the same city. Paris may be known as the City of Love, but that does not mean every photo taken there automatically has a romantic meaning. Another disappointing thing is the appearance of comments that once again drag Jimin and Jikook into the discussion. Some comments even claim that J-Hope is Taekook's best friend, that he looks happier without Jimin, and that he now supports what they believe to be the real relationship. However, not long ago, some of the same accounts criticized J-Hope when he uploaded photos of Jimin and Jungkook. At that time, he was accused of supporting fan service or being too supportive of Jimin. But when he uploaded content with Taehyung, their attitudes suddenly changed, and J-Hope was praised instead. This difference in treatment shows a clear double standard. The issue does not seem to be about J-Hope himself, but rather about who appears in his posts. When Jimin is in the photo, criticism appears. When Jimin is not present, the same type of content is suddenly considered proof supporting a certain narrative. Interestingly, even when some Taekookers are already confident in their own theories, they still feel the need to compare them with Jikook. Many comments compare interactions, friendships, and try to prove that one moment is more meaningful than another. However, if someone is truly confident in their own interpretation, there should be no need to constantly bring up Jimin's name or compare every moment with Jikook. The focus should remain on the content they enjoy, rather than turning other members into targets of comparison or criticism. In the end, every fan has the right to have their own perspective regarding BTS members' posts. Speculation is also common within fandoms, as long as everyone understands that it is only a possibility, not a fact. It would be much better if different interpretations did not turn into opportunities to attack other members, dismiss moments enjoyed by other fans, or create unnecessary competition. BTS is in Paris as one group. All 7 members are following the same tour schedule, so it is completely natural for them to meet and spend time together in different situations. There is no need to create conspiracy theories that ignore visible facts, no need to exclude other members to protect a certain narrative, and no need to turn every moment into a competition between ships. Most importantly, let's enjoy every piece of content shared by BTS in a positive way. Appreciating all members, respecting different opinions, and not dragging Jimin or Jikook into debates without clear evidence will make the fandom a much more comfortable place for all ARMY. What do you think about all the latest BTS moments in Paris? Share your opinions in the comments while continuing to respect each other. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the latest updates about Jimin, Jungkook, and BTS. See you in the next video.